Hi, I'm Phil Bridges, owner of Straight Arrow Repair. Ever want to know how a repairman fixes things? Well, come with me and I'll show you how I solve problems. Let's make things better together. Hey, it's another adventure. Glad you're with us. We had this up, but I wanted you to see what it would look like to hook up your own Starlink. It really wasn't hard at all. So what I want you to do is pay attention to how we're going about it. It was sent to us in mail, or was it delivered UPS, something like that.
UPS delivered it.
Yeah, it was.
And how long did it take to?
It took about a month to 6 weeks to get it.
Which might not be an issue now.
Had to pay $100 deposit, and then all
$500.
total another $500 in addition to that. And you think, wow, it's a lot, but not really. In this area, CenturyLink is very poor. It's close to dial-up. It's really, really, really bad, and they charge quite a bit, $100 for supposedly a better version, and it's horrible. What was the ups and downs on that, Kyle?
15 up, 13 down.
15 up, 13 down.
No, 15 up, like 5 down.
5, sometimes 3 down. It's bad. And paying $100 a month for that privilege, yes. So anyway, we went and spent the money to get this Starlink set up, and it came in this box. It's gray, and it says Starlink there. And then you cut the tape in all the different places here. And you open it up, and they give you a white inside.
Can you speak louder?
Yeah, I can. So the white cover there shows, oh, this is hitting the satellite, and it says don't put your hands on it. Then it has this how it's all connected thing. So I don't think that's very good instructions, but
Pretty self-explanatory there.
it's pretty easy. Okay, your base is going up there on top of wherever your roof is, or an area that's not blocked by trees. And then your cord is permanently connected to this. Your modem is right here.
There are a few flaws with this modem, as there's only one LAN port.
Right. Should be more, but they don't have it. So we're going to put that over by another project that I need to finish, which is in my living room, and this woman of mine puts up with me having it here. So her patience is unbounded. So this part is rolled up, put inside here. So I'm going to set this off to the side. We also have.
This is where all the power comes from. Power to both the antenna, I guess it was.
So this regular old computer cord plugs in there, and then
The white one goes to the router. The black one goes to,
this gray cord down here.
and it supplies power to both.
So we're going to take that white cord, plug it in the white side. Really, really self-explanatory.
Does it feel premium or does it feel cheap?
It's solid. It's solid. You wouldn't feel too bad about it. Now we've got to have this plugged in power.
Power's over here. Way back here. You want to hold this?
Yeah.
I'll show you how it is.
It's got some kind of warning on it.
Oh. It was giving you warning because you're holding it. Anyways,
So now that power's hooked up, got a light on, tell you when it's hooked up. We're gonna end up running this.
so how I recommend you do this is you go up there first with this, and then run the cord down.
Yeah, you should go into wherever it is this antenna's going, or this dish is going, and you're gonna have to have holes to get through your roof or go around through whatever it is you want to go through a window or such. But then you'll have to deal with whatever weather coming in and out. So in this case, we went underneath the ridge cap, down through attic, and then down into a ceiling over here and into this place. So we're going to go up there and show you us setting up the base and then putting this on it and then dropping the wires through. You won't have to see all that.
And then I get to see how it held up to windstorms.
Yeah, we've had some fierce windstorms. I mean, 50 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour. It does have, up there I have a deck on top of the house, which I put up there by myself about a few years ago. And I quit going up there because my wife wouldn't come up there. She's scared of heights. She's laughing. So I didn't want to be a place where she didn't want me, wouldn't come next to me. So I kind of quit going up there. So, but it needs a little bit of repair. It needs the handrails redone and everything. So we're going to go up there and put it on that deck. And it's been sitting up there without even being fastened. And I mean, not fastened at all. So we're going to put screws in it this time because we knew that we were going to take it down and show you guys how we did it. We don't want you to be in a place where you don't know how. It's pretty simple. So you're going to run this amount of cord, which is not separable from the antenna, and so you want to take care of it. You don't want to put it in a place where you tear it, cut it, because if you do that, you have to replace the whole antenna. We don't want you to do that. All right. So we'll show you when we get up on top. All right. So first thing we're going to do is just set the base up here, which he's done. And we'll set this thing in. There's no fasteners involved. These are moving so that they'll snap into these holes.
Okay. Too much.
Got to drop into those holes. So now we have this cord, which we have to unroll.
I really didn't use that much.
Yeah, it's not necessary in our case to have very much, but maybe in somebody else's house, out to the barn, something.
Well, see, you're going the wrong way, Dad. That's to this. We need to down there.
I know, but I was going to try to unroll it all.
I left most of it rolled up here. Dust on the roof.
Yeah, so you want to tuck it through, Clay?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll stay up here and you go into the attic.
Yeah, you won't fit in there. So, I think it was right through this ridge cap right here. Gotta pull the foam back. A little tight for that big thing. Now, once you get what's the connector called? I don't know. Just the connector to the brick down there. Get that through, you just go.
We'll connect it to the modem. You got the white wire goes to the
White side.
white side, and the other one goes to the gray side. I mean the black side. And this thing has a heater in it so that it won't let frost build up on it or snow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need electricity to it up here.
And it
it
tracks.
also tracks the computer, so it has a little motor built in that will move it around to hit it.
Now, how long that will last?
How long will it last?
Yeah. How long?
I have no idea.
Alright, I'm going to take you guys to the attic to show you. You're just going to stand up here with that roll, right? And just unroll.
Yeah, I'll do the dumb stuff.
Alright. Up into the attic we go. Which is like 140 degrees in here. We do have light, so might be something you want to factor in when you go into any of your attics. Yeah. One second. So it is right there. Right there. So I'm just gonna pull that. So what I did is I went over both of these joists. Try not to get tangled up with any other wire. And you just pull. You don't want too much slack in your attic because any wire, it's really. That's good for now. Hold up. Any slackness in your attic is really something for your mouse to chew on, and trust me, every house has mice. Every house. Oh, that hole right there, where we're going to. You wanna give me more slack? Pretty simple with a roof like this. You just pull and push. Now I'm pretty sure that would be more than enough. That's good. So I'll see you guys inside the house. So we have our cord right here. We got maybe too much wire, which is fine. You can always fix it. Give me 1 second. It goes over here, over this light that just seems to broke. Goes down between the shelves, and over into the black side of that. White cord runs over to your modem, which is right here. Then, like I said, the only issue you have with this modem, I don't know if Mr. Musk and them supply a better one. Maybe you can buy a splitter, but at that point, you know. So now you have no more ports for if your computer isn't wireless. Which.
What? Why are you taking a picture?
So you use all wireless, right?
Yeah.
And everything runs perfect for you?
Yeah.
No issues?
No.
And she's the one that does all the...
Well, the design and uploading.
Yeah. So she's the one that uses most of the internet. Now we're going to take you upstairs, which is the final step of installation. You're going to need a smartphone. In fact, if you don't have a smartphone, you can't complete any of this.
Now we've run the wire, connected it up, color to color on that block.
Now,
If you notice that now I did not touch that thing, it just went totally flat. You got an app that you download following those instructions that you get.
or you look it up on the App Store,
in the App
Google
Store.
Play. So it's called Starlink. Don't know if I can get it to focus here. I can't see anything. Get a shadow behind you.
I can put a big shadow.
Well, your shadow ain't doing nothing right now. Alright, so we got Starlink app right here. Stow would just, if you're storing it or trying to move it, stats. You're not going to see anything right now because there's no network. But it's just going to tell you like your latency, your download speed, what's currently happening. All that. Connected devices tells you how many devices are connected. Settings is for setting it. But what you want to look at for finishing your installation, you go to visibility. So right now,
That antenna is making noise.
we're going to click check for obstructions. And what you're going to do is you're just going to aim your phone where you're putting your satellite, and it'll tell you, like the back of your camera, you're going to aim it. And it'll tell you where you do and don't have obstructions. It says find a good location, scan the entire sky, and stand still. It makes you look a little silly to your neighbors. In fact, I'll show you how it looks. You want to hold? Come over here. So, you don't want to be up here doing this. Your satellite isn't going to be this high up. It's going to be way down here. Right here.
Oh my God, I can't get you in that picture. I'm going to just get your nose.
So what did you get?
Nothing.
So you use your phone for your satellite and checking your obstructions. Satellite will do it itself. It will tell you in about 12 hours what your obstructions are like. But generally, that's pretty much where you want your satellite. And it's not going to pick up any of these railings on the other side. Or over here.
Delivery right when we're. So did you show them how to do all the?
You just open up the app, Starlink, on Google Play or Apple Store. And you go to visibility, which I can do it one more time, make it seem
You
like
got all that.
it's kind of like a little mini game, really. Kind of hard. Finding yourself.
So your phone actually lets you know what visibility you have.
Yeah.
And then
But the satellite will tell you in 12 hours what it sees
through the app.
through the app. And it's a little bit of just playing around with it, checking. You'd probably get better signal if you took up here. If you just took these railings off. Like I said, I don't think these railings really obstruct it at all. In fact, that is our coverage right now. So, yeah. So red is obstructions and blue is coverage, and there's no red in that at all. So, satellite is ready to go. Right now it's pointed straight up because the satellite is straight above it.
And it will rotate with the satellite. Right?
So, yes, it will rotate with the satellite. Have you ever had any issues with it?
Every hour and a half, it blinks off. I think that is because they're still figuring out how to get all the satellites in rows and everything look. So what it's doing is moving from one satellite. You remember it was sitting right there, straight up and down. Now it's tilted. It's locking into a satellite, and whenever it does that, you lose it for about 10 minutes, maybe. You think less?
Way less than that.
How much?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, that's way better.
When we first had it, it was about every 30 minutes we would lose signal. And I mean, I noticed when I play games and when I lose connection is like maybe once or twice a day, or when you guys come home. It happens exactly when you guys come home and connect.
Maybe.
So
I think that with time, it'll get better and better.
Every launch they do, it gets better and better.
And what we went from is from 15 down and 5 up to what, 100,
200, 300 down now, and
200, 300
like
down
60 up
and 60 up. So
for a cheaper price.
30, 20 times better.
And how much cheaper was it?
Or let's see,
A
let's see, went from 5 to 60. It's a lot.
Well, how much per month was CenturyLink?
CenturyLink was 110, 120, and this is about 100. So we're paying the same amount monthly. We did have the $500, $600 expense, but we're getting so many more times. So I would say instead of 10 times, 5 times as much, more than that, 5 times as much at least. And we're doing so much better.
And this is also in the early phase.
Yes, and we're expecting things to get better and better. And I would say you guys are, as you get further and further into this installation that they're doing, the satellites putting up in the air more and more, things will get better and better. So you'll have a good time. It's not a hard thing to do. And we will fasten this thing down now, but we've had it up here for months and it hasn't blown off even. Although I would assume if you hit 70, 80 miles an hour, the whole deck would come off. I don't know. I've had high winds, but this is not screwed down to the roof, and is moved. Literally blew a chair out of here, a metal chair, big heavy one. So it hasn't happened for us with this.
We lost power from the last windstorm. This thing didn't even move.
It didn't even move. So I would recommend you guys go ahead and do this, especially in a remote area. It's so much better than dial-up.
Especially if you work from home.
Yes, so my wife spends a lot of time working from home, and she's very, very appreciative. And we are very pleased with Starlink. And I suggest that you can do it yourself, and it's not very difficult if you have to pay somebody to do it. You should not consider it as difficult when it comes to considering how much you need to pay them.
And we've had it for, 6 months almost now?
Yeah, seems like it. So hopefully that helps you. I don't want to make it over the top simple, but it actually is very, very simple. I can't think of anything unless you're reading instructions on a refrigerator, it might be more complex on what to do with the settings. A microwave instructions might be more complex. It's very simple.
So what do you think? How would this, they call it Dishy, by the way.
Dishy?
It's called Dishy.
Gonna have a nickname?
Well, that's what Starlink calls it. Anyways, how do you feel about this being put on, say, a mobile home, like a actual RV? Do you think it's usable?
I think you could.
It's not supported. I know that for sure. It's not supported driving down the road.
No, it's not. But you wouldn't be much trouble for you to take it down, tuck it inside, and then come bring it out and set it on the ground. As long as you don't have blockage, so you park.
So you can go anywhere and have really good internet connection.
Yes, you could, and it's amazing. So that would be fantastic for on a motorhome or a van, things like that.
Or even on a boat.
Probably
maybe?
a boat too. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. I don't know how they're doing it in the areas in the oceans, but
Well, you gotta keep in mind when SpaceX lands, their little remote boat that they land on they get the internet connection from Dishy.
Okay, well, so Dishy, if you had solar power driving it, you could certainly do something with it, and you have internet wherever. So
Out in the middle of the ocean.
I suggest you guys consider it as an option, unless you have something like a cable of some kind. And
A very cheap, affordable.
this is a way to get it where you don't have those options, and it's really, really good, and it's supposed to get better. So we're really happy.
The only
6 times.
The only issues I have noticed with it is when there's heavy rain.
Yeah, so it literally blocks it.
Yeah. Or just extremely heavy cloud or fog.
It had to be really bad. What? Once or twice?
Maybe once in the past 6 months.
Yeah. So we get a wide range of weather here. We went from negative 21 to 110. So we get a lot of wind sometimes. It's done well in all of those circumstances. Once or twice, he said that, he spends more time on it than I do.
And
It's really done well.
We're not in a rural area, by the way. we're really close to a very what would you call it? Metropolitan area.
Northwest Arkansas, we're near the Walmart headquarters.
But just
Which is
internet
Bentonville.
companies.
Internet's not out here, but we're 12, 14 miles out. And if you look around, you see cows and fields. This is not in town. This is by far not in town. This is rural. I had some people living in these mobile homes out here. One of them, they were from Boston. They got scared by cows in the field. They didn't know what to think of that. They were really scared because they never, they lived above a fish market, which had to stink. And they were scared. They finally moved because they couldn't handle it. Too much room, too many things. People, the Hills Have Eyes movies and things like that. So now we have this option as something that can be done. You can get internet by way of Starlink. So, guys, keep it in mind. Hope that helps. And we'll see you another time. It's Phil Bridges. If you like what you saw, you think it might be helpful to somebody else, push that like button and let other people know what you and I now know. And we'll work together toward making a brighter future. And by the way, we're not Americans, we're Americans. See you next time.